Are you happy with the life that you're living right now? Do you even know truly who you are? I don't mean your name. I don't mean your age. I don't mean your address, your stats, your waist size. I don't mean none of that. I mean, who are you? Are you happy with who you are? It's a simple question, right? I was not able to answer that question for over 40 years. I'm 43 years old right now. I just really realized within the past 3 years who I was, and that I was not happy with the person that I was. And I needed to make a change. Yes, I changed several years ago when I made the step towards recovery and I made those lifestyle changes, and I changed all of the necessities, the people, the places, the things, the attitudes. I got out there and I did something with myself. But I didn't do anything for myself still. I was still getting out there and doing the 9-to-5 job. I was out there in relationships that I was unhappy with. I was out there doing what society said I was supposed to do to be productive. With somebody who was living a life of manipulation and lies and drugs was now supposed to do in recovery. And I was doing it, and I was succeeding in it, and I was doing pretty good. But somebody asked me on a job application, tell me something about yourself. And I did the basics. I'm a 40-year-old mom. I have one grandchild, one on the way. I'm married to the man that I met earlier in my life, and we just reunited. And they looked and they said, no, I want you to redo this. I want to know who you are. Not just what you want to tell me about yourself, but I want to know who you are. What makes you you? What can you bring to us? What can you give this company? What is it about you that makes you unique? What makes you stand out from all those other applicants? And I could not answer that question. And I did not get that job. That's when I had to really think, y'all. And I said, you know what? I can't answer that. I don't know who I am. And I stopped. And I really started to put some work into it. I had been living my life prior to using, thinking that I had to do things to make people happy. I had to do things to make people like me. That my job defined me. That what I looked like defined me. That how I ate defined me. That my weight defined, like all these different things defined me. Then I found recovery after many relapses. And then I started thinking, okay, now how I recover is going to define me. And now the people that I'm with, that's going to define me. And I need validation for this. And am I doing it right? And am I doing a good job? Not once did I stop to think, is this making me happy? Am I happy with what I'm doing? Am I happy where I'm at? How many of you go through life right now not doing a thing for yourself, but you're doing things for your family, you're doing things for your job, you're going through life the way that, basically you feel like you're supposed to. And we do it, guys, because, well, again, this is what society says we're supposed to do to be successful. Stop now. Stop it right now. Make a change and make it for you. Be your motivator. It's okay to be motivated by something that somebody's doing or be inspired by somebody, but motivate yourself. Be your own motivator. Like, wake up every day and make a change. I don't mean just wake up out of your sleep. I mean wake up. Wake up out of that slump that you're in. Wake up out of living your day-to-day the way that somebody's telling you you're supposed to, or the way that you think you're supposed to. And start thinking about what makes you happy. What do you like? What do you want to do? What are your goals? And how are you going to get there? Now you get up. You get up and you start doing. If it's a one change a day, if it's making a list, if it's crossing off the negative and removing somebody that shouldn't be in your life and putting somebody else in it that's supposed to be there, leaving that job that you hate and taking a chance on doing something that you absolutely love, getting out there and changing them recovery groups that you've been in and you feel so unfulfilled with, and finding one or even start one for yourself. And then show up. What the hell do I mean by show up? Show up in your life. Be present in your life. Be there. Dedicate and commit yourself to yourself. Motivate yourself every time you hear yourself start to negative talk, that's your addiction telling you you need to get on back over there and get back in your slump. Get back in your little chair. Get back into your day-to-day 9 to 5. What are you doing? You have no business out here. And I'll say this on every video if I have to. Your addiction is going to keep your ass down. But your recovery is going to keep pushing you forward to do something for yourself. So show up in your life, show up in your recovery. Commit to you. Commit to do something that you love. I don't care if that means get out of that marriage that you are so scared to leave. There are things that you can do to get out. That means fight for your kids, or go get that divorce, or go ahead and bust your ass for that dream job, or start your dream job. Whatever it is you need to do, show up in your life and be present in your daily day-to-day. And you make those changes and you do something little by little. And eventually, you're going to start seeing that the negative is going to start drifting away. The toxic won't be quite so toxic anymore. That unfulfilling feeling that you're having is going to start to feel more filling. You'll feel more fulfilled. That unhappiness that you're carrying with you each and every day, going through those day-to-day motions, it's going to start being happiness and joy. Why? Because now your greatness, your unique self that you have in you that you just don't know yet, is starting to shine through. Once you let that unique part of you shine through and your greatness starts to make itself present, other people are going to flock to your greatness, and then opportunities are going to start just falling at your feet. When I started realizing this 3 years ago and working on who Christy was, once it snapped and once I realized that my passion and my motivation and my drive has been right here within inside me all this time, that getting out here and helping other people to find that greatness within themselves has been what I've been meant to do. That's my purpose. That's my passion. And I motivate myself each and every day with positive affirmations, with positive self-talk. My addiction will start yelling at me, and I start yelling right back at it now. My recovery is stronger now than my addiction. Yes, of course it gets to me. Of course, I get feeling down. I'm human also. But I'm learning to find the positive in it, and I'm learning to find a way to over-talk that negative self-talk and put something positive in there to remind myself that I am worth it, I do count, and I can do it. You guys can too, and it's just that easy. You look at yourself and say, you know what? That addiction is no longer getting any of me. It has no more control. It has no more power. My recovery or my motivation or whatever it is that's in there driving you, that is what has the control. That is what has the power. You listen to that from now on. Greatness is going to start shining through. Your life will start to get easier. It's not a miracle. Just, it's not going to happen overnight. Nothing worth having happens overnight. All the things that my addiction promised me, these numbing feelings, I'll be happy again, just take these drugs and you'll find happiness, you'll find euphoria, you'll find peace, you'll find friends, trust me, you'll find a clique. This is what my addiction was promising me. All that shit my addiction promised me, I've gotten from my recovery. My recovery is what's given me all of these wonderful things. All of the hard work and the lifestyle change that I did leading up to really starting to soul search and really starting to learn who I was has allowed me to have all of those things that my addiction was promising me a long time ago. But I've now got it in such a positive manner that I'm wanting to share that with you guys. So really just start thinking about that question. Who are you?